obviously there's going to be a new campaign that's going to be coming out, okay? Because obviously, the worst kept secret in Hollywood, and now it's just like we're not even going to pretend like it didn't happen. But yes, obviously that it does come out in 2022. Cool. Thank you. That's cool. I'm glad because, more Spidey. Thank you. Please, more Spidey. I'm all about it because after what we got with Spider-Man No Way Home, yes, give me some more Spidey. Give me some more multiverse action, whatever the hell's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen in that movie? I would not be surprised if there will be a Tom Holland and there will be a Tobey Maguire or an Andrew Garfield voice that is supplied for one of the Spider-Men. It's just kind of funny, though, because when you almost look at, man, I don't know. It's just funny because when just revisiting all the Spider-Man movies, and then, of course, with the things that happen in Spider-Man No Way Home, I won't go into detail, but, just seeing the three again, okay? I'm not going to go into detail, just in case you're not talking like full-on spoiler scenes, but, we all know that the three of them are in there, of course. Of course, it's just, again, the worst kept secret in Hollywood, which is great. It didn't ruin the movie. Wasn't that great, though? The fact that we knew that they were going to be in there, but it didn't ruin the movie, and then the scenes were they all played out great. It was fan service to the max, but it didn't feel like fan service that was just slapping you in the face. Just, remember that? It wasn't just like constant. But I think they did a good job with the fan service. That's for damn sure. So, but I'm just saying that when it comes to the future of them and just watching all three of them and revisiting the movies, they're pretty distinct when it comes to playing Peter Parker. And I mean, it sounds to me when you look at your timeline, I mean, everybody's just kind of going like, Andrew's our favorite, and a lot of people have said it, even though the movies, Amazing Spider-Man is better than Amazing Spider-Man 2, but there are scenes in Amazing Spider-Man 2 that are way better than scenes in Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man franchise really had something that was going to be something special. It was setting up the Sinister Six and the whole thing with Peter's parents and that whole subplot that was happening with that. I thought was pretty cool. It was different, and it was going to be interesting how they're going to introduce the Sinister Six and how they're going to get to that point. But of course, studio fuckery happened. Things got all jumbled up, and then they decided to cancel the whole fucking thing. But second chances, right? So a lot of people, of course, are saying, hey, we need a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey. We need Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew. I think that's the biggest thing. I've already seen campaigns that are going to be happening that the hashtag is make TASM 3. That's what the hashtag is. Some people are like, yeah, it's pretty much going to be like the new Snyder Cut movement, I guess you could say, which, not exactly the same. Let's face it. It's not. It's more of the restore the Snyder Cut. Restore the Snyderverse movement, if anything. But then again, that's all like in the same vein. I get it. I get what people are trying to say with that. But yeah, that's going to be like the new thing because everybody wants to see Andrew Garfield come back. I would say even more than Tobey. And then I kind of wonder, would Tobey come back to do... And somebody actually put... I remember seeing on my timeline, can you imagine like if they did kind of like even though Tobey Maguire is aged, he's still got the boyish good looks and everything like that. He's still got all that. But to have like an old man, I almost said an old man Tobey, old man Peter or something like that. If you had like some kind of swan song that would send off Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in a old man Logan type sense, I guess you could say, or like, a Logan sense. If you can have something like that, that's a little more dark, a little more gritty with him. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, that's not a bad idea if they're going to do a one more Tobey movie. But when it comes to Andrew Garfield, the question I have, and I'll ask you guys, because obviously everybody was talking about that. We all want Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 3. But at the same time, we got to remember that they were setting up this whole big craziness when it came to Spider-Man 3 and the Sinister Six and all the villains that were all involved, and you had that one guy with the hat who was like in the shadows. You never saw his face. So when it comes to Amazing Spider-Man 3, do we try to just continue the story off of Amazing Spider-Man 2, or do we just go a different route and we do like a Venom story or with some other kind of story? Because there is a rumor, of course, that Andrew Garfield has been talking to Marvel about doing something else. So which way do we go? Do we try to continue? That might be a little bit difficult because, I mean, when did Amazing Spider-Man 2 come out? I mean, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. So now do we just do this whole other thing now? I mean, obviously a lot of us would love to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man take on Tom Hardy's Venom. That'd be pretty interesting. But of course, there's certain things that maybe, it's all very interesting. What do you think? Bring back Topher Grace's Venom. Nice. Man, that would have been interesting if he actually showed up. That would have been interesting. I think they should have.